Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And happy Tuesday to you. It is a beautiful day, a little bit chilly this morning, but I do want to say thank you guys so much for being up here, for being with me. It's probably a bit warmer down there in Daytona Beach, huh, Lauren? Anyway, good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Janet. Good morning to the other folks who are watching but have not yet left a comment. Good morning, Kelly. Nice to see you here this morning. Yeah, if you're watching this, you haven't left a comment yet, I'd love for you just to say good morning to me, so I can say good morning to you. So yeah, we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. We're going to be doing it with my I Am deck. These cards are just full of positive affirmations, wonderful things that we can say about us in order to really define our lives. Because ultimately, the words that we use to describe ourselves, these words, they color our actions. They color the way that we are going to interact with the world today. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just affirm something good about us. The world doesn't always have positive messages about us. The world doesn't always have empowering things to say. And so as adults, it's important that we do that for ourselves, that we very intentionally take a moment in the morning to just be, well, just to really focus on what is true, what is right, what is good. And so yeah, so we're going to do that today. And yeah, I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck, and that will be our daily reminder about who we are today. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on that card. We're all going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. And as we do that, we are bringing this into our present reality. More than just somebody telling you who you are. When we affirm it for ourselves, it is just a totally different set of neurons that fires. So we're going to say these things about ourselves, and in doing so, are going to really redefine the way that we do life. So let's have some fun today by pulling a card and recognizing that this is our daily reminder that you are decisive. You are decisive. You focus on what is most important. So this card is your daily reminder that you are decisive, that you focus on what is most important. Are you decisive? You are decisive. You focus on what is most important. And I am decisive too. And I'm going to write that down into the comments. I'm going to write down that I am decisive, that I focus on what is most important. I am indeed decisive, and so are you. And the fact is that the people around me tend to be a pretty decisive bunch. People who decide what they want and go for it. And truly, in order for us to focus on what's most important, we first need to know what is most important. We first need to have an idea of what is important to us. Because as adults, we can focus on anything we want. And so long as we're not breaking any laws or anything, we can use our life to great effect or to no effect at all. And greater society really doesn't care. And so what we have to do is we need to make sure that what we're focusing on is the thing that matters to us. Because ultimately, in our lives, we have the ability to focus on whatever we choose. And so as we focus on what's important to us, we get to live this really intentional life. And living an intentional life is very attractive to other people. Not only is it very attractive to us because we want to be actualized, we choose to be actualized, but also it's important for the people around us that we live this decisive life, that we focus on what's most important, that we understand what's most important for us. And the reason it's important to other people is because it serves as an example. I had no idea that I could live life the way that I do now until I watched other people doing it. I had no idea that I could, that I could transcend my mindsets until I found somebody else who had a totally different mindset, and I was able to see what they were doing. There were lots of people in my life that are on my personal board of directors, who are on my personal board of directors who, let's see here. Kelly said music overload. I just wanted to make sure that the music is not still going. But yeah, I have a lot of people who are on my personal board of directors, people who might not even know that they're there. That just the way that they do life is something that is worthy of me emulating. And so I do. And so I think about the way that they make decisions, and then I make decisions in the same way using the similar criteria. So I am decisive today. I focus on what's important, on what is most important. I choose a camera to be a visual metaphor for this, because in a camera, when we take pictures, we have to decide what is important. Like, what are we taking a picture of? When we don't know what we're taking a picture of, then the picture itself lacks any kind of focus. It lacks any kind of cohesion. And yet, when we specifically decide, when we are intentional about deciding what it is that we're taking a picture of, we have to decide what it is that needs to stay in the frame and what it is that needs to get chopped out. And so, unlike other art forms where we are creating something from scratch, with a camera, we are deciding what it is that we want to show the world, what is most important to us, what we believe that is most important to be seen. And so cameras are an exercise in deciding. We can take a picture of a beautiful scenery or something like that, and the difference between a picture of a beautiful scene that is compelling and one that is not compelling is that the ones that are compelling tend to have some kind of a story that is baked into the picture. Of course, the picture is the picture is what's there. And yet the art of the photographer is to decide what exactly to focus on based on what's already there. People who take pictures cannot add, cannot subtract. The only thing that we can do is frame. The only thing that we can do is say that, hey, this part of the landscape is worthy of being focused on. This other part is not as important, and so I'm going to let it go. And so we are decisive. We have to decide what it is that's most important to us, and then focus on those things. Focus on the most important stuff, because otherwise our lives will be full of the not so important stuff. Our lives will be full of things that don't actually take us where we desire to be. Our lives will be full of endlessly endlessly striving to do when we don't actually have any kind of a direction. So we have to. It is incumbent on us to focus on what's most important in our lives, so that we can ultimately live the life of our dreams. So we are decisive today, and we do focus on what is most important, which means that we must know what is most important for us. And how do we know what's most important for us, except that we have a feeling of fulfillment when we're doing it? Nobody else can decide. Nobody else can tell us. Nobody else can say, hey, this is what meaning in life is. We alone must do these things. And as we really spend some time to think about what is most important to us, then the action steps to get there become more clear, because we have to have a destination if we are going to have a path to get there. So we are decisive today, and we focus on what is most important. And what does it mean to be decisive? What does it mean to decide? The word decide comes from the Latin decidere, which means to cut off, to cut or to cut off, and from the Latin prefix dea, which doesn't mean just to cut off; it means to kill other possibilities. And so, in order for us to say yes to something, we must say no to other things. And such is the way of life. We can have everything; we can't have it all at the same time. And so, as we do what is most important to us, as we work on the things that are most important to us, as we decide what as we decide what is most important to us, we must also decide what is not important. We must also decide what must fall away, because certain things must fall away in order for the most important things to rise up. So I am decisive. I focus on what is most important, and so are you today. And today is going to give us with opportunities. But today we're going to have opportunities to focus on things that are not very important. Today we're going to be able to focus on things that waste our time, that waste our lives. Today we're going to be given the choice over and over and over again to either hew to our own values, or to diffuse our energies doing other things that don't really matter at all, that might provide a very temporary dopamine hit, do not provide lasting satisfaction. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge to get these things done. It's a challenge to choose the things that matter most, because oftentimes the things that matter most are not the easiest to do. Oftentimes the things that matter most look like work, and the things that matter least look like fun. And yet, if we spend our entire lives doing the things that don't really matter, we're going to end up with results that aren't important to us. We're going to end up with a life that isn't stimulating. We're going to end up with with an existence where we just kind of got by and never really stretched ourselves, never really came to a fuller understanding of our own power. And yet, when we focus on what is most important, we're going to live a life that is fulfilling. We're going to live a life that is valuable to us, and that is rewarding in ways that we never could have imagined. I remember when I started to really cut out the chaff in my life, when I started to very intentionally remove the projects, the situations, the feelings, the things that were not serving me, that my life took a completely different turn. And it looks different than the way that I thought it would. It is proceeding in a different way. And yet, the way that it's proceeding in is one that I really like, one that I'm happy with, one that even though I wouldn't have necessarily ever planned this for myself or given this to myself, I also wouldn't trade it for anything else. So I am decisive and I focus on what is most important. And today, I am focusing on a couple of different projects that are very important to me. It's mostly surrounding helping my friends market their businesses and helping them to expand their reach. It's really important to me. It's awesome to me. I believe that when people have something valuable to say, that I have the ability to amplify that message. I'm gonna, and that's just a really important thing for me. And so today, as we go through our days, let's just be mindful that we are always picking between various stuff, and that everything we say yes to means that we're also saying no to something. So let's be very particular about what we focus on and make sure that what we are focusing on is the most important thing. So let's see what you guys have to say. I see that there's been quite a few comments over here. I do want to say good morning to the folks who are here. Good morning, Janet and Lauren. Good morning, Kelly. It's wonderful to see you here. Kelly says she's walking without any aid and no pain since the hip replacement 1 month ago. Man, congratulations, Kelly. That is wonderful. I know that. I know that you were in some pretty constant pain there from that motorcycle wreck, and I'm grateful that you are recovering and that you are feeling good. And I mean, walking without any aid and no pain, that is tremendous. I'm so happy for you. Um, let's see here. Good morning. Good morning, Eric. Good to see you here. Good morning, John L. He says morning fishing is on the agenda today. Awesome sauce. Yeah, go out, catch some fish there, John L. Have some fun. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Frank. Let's see. Lauren says, perfect analogy, Paul. I love taking photos on my phone, and now I have to get rid of some because my phone keeps filling memory. Yeah, I learned how to take pictures on film, and so my mom and dad were like very adamant. They're like, don't take the picture unless you're ready to take the picture. Like, don't be wasting one of those shots. We've only got 36 of them. And then digital came, and we have thousands and thousands of them. And so I tend to take if I think, oh, I should take a picture, I end up taking 10 pictures, 15 pictures, 100 pictures. And then of course, I really only wanted the one, but I sure do have the 100 of them in my phone. Yeah. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jin. Good morning, Tonic. If you are on as well, fantastic to see you guys here today. Yeah. So today we are decisive, and this is your daily reminder that you are a decisive person, that you have the ability to choose what's most important, and that you do in fact choose what is best for you. And as we continue to focus on the most important things, the least important things will fall away automatically. And whenever I look at somebody who's truly effective at what they do, it always strikes me that one of the reasons that they're effective is not because they have more than 24 hours in a day, because they don't. It's not because they have some whole team that's backing them up, because oftentimes they don't. What really makes them effective is that they are consistently focused on the most important thing, and it has a life-giving quality to it. So I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another one of these cards. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. It is always a pleasure to come on by in the morning and to see you guys here. It's just always nice to see who gathers. So thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, I'll return tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. with another one of these cards. And we are going to just continue to affirm what is good about us. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Until then, just a reminder, I love you. I care about you. I think that you're an amazing person. And I know that today you are going to make good decisions. You're going to make good decisions for yourself, for your family, for your for your other relationships. You're going to make good decisions for your future. And it all starts today. It starts right now. So decide. Today, I'm deciding right now. I am decisive, and I'm deciding I'm going to have a good day. And you can too. So, my friends, I will talk to you later. And I love you. I care about you. And I will speak with you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.